Okay, let's try it now. Hopefully this will work. I have to go up here and I have to kill a particular person to get a portable distillery. So we'll wander up here. We'll see if that person's available. It's busy just now, so it might be that they're not. Just help that person out a little bit. Oh, here we go. I'm going to guess that the person's going to spawn here because there seems to be a few people just wandering around waiting. Who have we got here? We've got Kiba. The beauty of this game is every person can get a hit and they'll all get a wee bit of experience for it and the credit for the kill. So for instance, if we all manage to get one hit on Chef Paul Giroux, then we'll all get the drop. Like so. Quest done. So it's about being a little bit patient, a little bit considerate, and a little bit cooperative. So I've hit that one. Gonna hit that one. And if you see somebody getting hit a few extra times, then, you know, it's always nice to help them. So that's a quest done. Next lot of quests are up here, so we'll go up there. We've got all sorts of stuff up here, so without further ado, let's get on it. Wow. I hit that one a few more times because I felt like I'd accidentally run that one in. And I don't like doing that, so I thought it was only fair to help that guy out. Ouch. Okay, so the wolves, every single wolf that I find, I'm going to kill and skin because I need all the skins I can get. I'm going to try anyway. I might miss. I've just upgraded my gathering equipment, so I've now got iron tools. And iron tools versus flint tools is quite a significant change. Obviously, as you go through the game, you will get better and better stuff as you go on, but even though it's quite an early change, the difference between iron, you know, going from flint to iron is actually really significant. The speed at which you gather will be vastly different. So to have a quick look at some of these. So gear score 201, 175% gather speed. Flint tools 100%. This one I got a slightly better gear score, slightly better gather speed, 177. This one I got an even better gear score and better gather speed, 182 and 180 for that one. So, you know, it's not quite, but it's approaching twice as fast. And twice as fast is important. If you were to continue crafting those iron ones, then you might find that you get gather speeds that are up to 200%, so it's completely twice as fast. Or you might find that you're really lucky and you get things that are... Oh, that was somebody trying to help me there. That was kind of them. You'll get things that are further beyond that, you might actually be lucky and get one that is green, which will have, again, a slightly higher gather speed. You might find that you craft one that has a much higher gear score. I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to do up here. I've got loads of quests, so I'm just kind of generally running about and doing stuff. If I see any chests, I'm going to collect the stuff, because why not? Be rude not to. What's in here? About to be a chest in here somewhere. Yep, there we go. Okay, I'm getting a little bit out of the catchment area for some of the quests that I'm meant to be doing, so although the quest tracking has improved in the game, sometimes it's still not massively intuitive, so it is worth always just having that little look to check and see where you are and what you're meant to be doing. Okay, I'll have a look in here, but I think I'm kind of drifting off target. There's a chest, so that might give me something to do with one of the quests. Oh, it did, yeah. I think I need to be heading back this way. Oh, with that. Sorry guys, I've played the alpha, so I tend to skip through the bits where I'm reading, because I've already read them once before, or twice, or in some cases, you know, if I've made a few extra tunes or whatever, I've ended up reading things more than once in the same run through. I feel like I'm starting to complete quests here without even realizing it, so that's quite nice. Not entirely sure what else I'm meant to be doing here, but I figure if I just keep running around and killing stuff and doing stuff, then it'll all be good. I do feel that sometimes I try and hit one of my skills, and for whatever reason, it just doesn't take. It's quite irritating. Or you'll go to hit a skill and it's already counting down, and you won't remember having actually used it. I've had that happen to me a few times. And like I say, it's just a wee bit irritating. But it is something that I'm sure the devs are aware of, and I'm sure that they'll work it out and try and figure out a way to make that experience just a little bit smoother for people, a little bit nicer. And it's an absolutely gorgeous game. I mean, the attention to detail that's been paid for something that's just coming out of, you know, it's been in an alpha state. The attention to detail is fantastic. Absolutely stunning, in fact. So that's just another example of, you know, as you're running about, you can help people out. I'm going to help this guy out. I'm going to try. I'm going to accidentally not hit it. Now, they're a different faction to me, because looks like they're a marauder. But at this early stage, it really doesn't matter. It's really about, you know, it's really just about getting the job done. Now again, I've kind of drifted way off target, so I need to kind of get back to where I'm supposed to be doing these bits of quests. Not really paid an awful lot of attention to what the quests are. But hey ho. Right, this guy's going to attack me. Guaranteed. This iron miner. He's going to see me. And he's going to go, wah, 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 wah. Watch. Watch this, watch. Here he comes. Ah. Now he's going to get a few hits on me. I've let him get a few hits on me. I've actually let him get a few hits more than I should have, but never mind. They do this really, really irritating thing where they run up behind you and go, rah, 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 rah. And if you've not been paying attention, it's actually quite funny. It can give you a bit of a fright. I'm not sure if I'm getting all the things I need here. I think I probably am. We've got batches of charcoal. Looks like there's a couple of quests here, but batches of charcoal, batches of something else. It's all good. We'll park somewhere safe for a minute. Gonna go and check something. This looks safe, and if it isn't, I'll just die. Okay, I'll be back in a few seconds, folks. I'll leave it running here. Well, I'm not dead, so that's good. I feel like I'm missing something. Oops. I don't know if that popped up on the stream there, but there's a weird thing happens, and it's just, I think it's just down to the fact that New World's running through Steam. It's not running through the Amazon Games Launcher, it's running through Steam instead. And just periodically, Steam commands kind of try and kick in when you're doing stuff, which is fine most of the time. It's insanely irritating if you're in the middle of a fight. Oh, that gave me Azoth. That's good to know. So Azoth, if you've not seen it, it's this little blue bottle of stuff here. Azoth is quite important. Has a few uses. So has a use where it allows you to fast travel. So let's pick somewhere. So I could fast travel there. If I had 84 Azoth, I could travel there. If I had 275 Azoth, I could fast travel there. It allows you to improve the chances of crafting something that is better. Doesn't necessarily mean you'll get something better, it just improves your chances. So if you're going to be crafting some high-end pieces of equipment, it's always worth having, you know, at least some Azoth handy, if not, you know, a full quota. I think you can have, I think it's 1,000 that you can carry, or you can have, and you know, 1,000 Azoth. That's quite nice if you're going to be doing some high-end crafting. It allows you to increase the chances of getting perks and or gem slots. Now, if you're really lucky, you'll get perks and gem slots. I feel like I've probably completed these quests, but let's have a look. Let's pin the objective. No, it's done. Reclaim jerked fish from containers at Forelak. Whoa. That's what I get for not paying attention, eh? Okay. Send your wave. Hello. It's always nice to be friendly. Oh, but apparently I didn't return the wave. I clearly did, but never mind. So that's another little function of the game. You can exchange friendly relations with people. And it's just as simple as just waving. But sometimes it doesn't take. So I've really enjoyed New World. I've alpha tested it. I've had a lot of fun with it. I've been part of a really fantastic company. In fact, I've been part of a number of really fantastic companies over the time. Can't say too much about the alpha testing because the alpha testing component of this game is still under non-disclosure. I think we're allowed to say that we've alpha tested, but that's pretty much about it. Because everything that happened in alpha, well, it stays in alpha. Bit like Las Vegas, but maybe slightly less expensive on the pocket. What I can say is that over time, the game has changed. I think it's changed for the better. There's still a bit of work to do, and I think the developers are well aware that they've got things that they're going to need to do in order to make it more exciting. Oh, this one's going to be a fun one. Because he's going to run away. Come back, come back. Where are you running off to? Come here. No, get out the water. Come here. Oh, blimey, really? I hate them. They always run away. If you don't kill them quickly, they just run off and then plague you, literally. They'll follow you around and just kind of throw this horrible plague stuff at you periodically. until either you die or you get fed up and you run back and kill them. But yeah, sorry, as I was saying, you know, the developers are well aware that they've got things that they've got to do. So, you know, there is a lot of things that you're able to see in this version, this iteration of the game, that simply weren't there even as short a time ago as a few months ago. And it is all credit to the team at Amazon that they've been able to turn some of this around just as quickly as they have. And, you know, do it in such a way that it still feels slick, still feels, you know, comfortable, relatively easy to do. To give you, you know, we're not really allowed to talk about alpha per se, but to give you a bit of context, the look of the game hasn't changed that much since the early alpha. It was probably one of the most polished alpha experiences I think I've ever had, and I've played an awful lot of alpha games. I've fallen in love with games during alpha and just gone and bought, like, you know, ultimate packages and things like that. I got really badly burned with Arcade. I really liked it during the testing phase. Thought that was going to be my next big MMO that I was going to take part in. Felt confident about it. Felt really confident about it, but then just was completely burned by the whole experience of getting into the game at startup. So I was part of the pre-launch, and it was awful. It was just awful. I swore I would never pre-order a game again, ever, and I haven't until now. And I might not be the best at PvPers, I might not be the best at PvEers, might not be the best at crafting, might not, you know, but I don't care, because it's pretty and it sounds fantastic. It's engaging, and I can see the pace of development that's been going on in it and how quickly they've been able to turn, you know, systems that weren't working into systems that are working. How quickly they've been able to change even the kind of modal gameplay. And, you know, these are not easy things to do. You know, you have a base game, and, you know, the original iteration, as I'm sure everybody knows because it's quite widely spread on the internet, the original version of the game was open sandbox PvP. And now it's not. Sorry, I'm just having a wee look at my map to see if I can figure out if I have actually done everything. So if you're never sure, you can always just go into your quest log. I've got 3 main story objectives, one of which I have to go somewhere to do. I have to do that one, that's fine. The faction missions, I'm going to pin that one. I'm going to pin that one. And that'll help me out. So I need to collect 8 commanders. Okay. Yeah, so I was saying that the dev team have been able to do a fantastic job in here of just turning things around really fast. You know, and that's, you know, the scenery hasn't changed maybe that much, but the systems have changed, the mechanics have changed, the look and feel of how your character works has changed. They've enhanced wherever they can, they've replaced where they've had to. And honestly, it's a credit to the dev team that they've actually been able to do it all in such a very short space of time. They're, you know, as we all know, it's Amazon. They've got all the money in the world, but it's Amazon Game Studios, and they maybe don't have all the money in the world. They'll have been given a budget, they'll be given a time resource, they'll be told, here's what you've got to do, can you please deliver? So just from a kind of project management point of view, they have been able to deliver. What they've not been able to do, unfortunately, is do it in the time that they felt was realistic and or achievable. And that's, really like everything at the moment. It's no fault of any one person in particular. It's no fault of even, a group of people. It's just this is the world we're in right now. COVID is here. It is playing its part. Everything's going to take just a little bit longer. Everyone's working from home. And working from home, for those of you who normally work in an office and have had to work from home, you'll know, oh my God, it can be fantastic, but it can also be an utter nightmare. Well, it's not just the fact that there might be things at home that are distracting, but actually it's, that there might be things at home that are so distracting that actually it's almost impossible to get stuff done. So yeah, the whole working from home thing, I think most of the game developers at the moment, this summer, of all the really big titles, have posted that there will be a delay of some sort. AGS had said that there would be a delay. They were a wee bit ahead of the game in terms of telling people. They turned around, said that there's going to be a delay, and that actually, for all the reasons above, it was, to make the game better. And having seen them take the game down between alphas and take it down for a 9-month period, and what they were able to do in that 9 months, I feel confident that they'll be able to turn it around, and come May, they will deliver something quite spectacular. For those of you that have never played it before and this is your first experience of playing it, I mean, it is a very pretty game. It sounds fantastic. It's a bit grindy, but it's really difficult nowadays to find an MMO that isn't grindy. I'm struggling to think of any, but there's always going to be an element of, kill, quest, repeat. Okay, next objective. And then, actually, how are we doing for room in our bags? We're getting a wee bit low, so I might actually just fill my bags and go back. Oh, that was nice. Mining level 16, I'll take that. I must apologise if anybody is watching. I'm not actually in chat at the moment, but I will just go and do that now. So again, apologies for that. That's really bad form on my part, so I shouldn't do that. I just got to try and get into Twitch now on my phone, and then I can chat to people if need be. Although, to be honest with you, I doubt that anybody's watching. But I don't mind. Half of this I'm just doing for myself. And some of this I'm just doing as a wee record for people who will probably watch later on. Okay, where am I running to? I think I've just trapped myself in behind a mountain, possibly. I don't know if you guys can see kind of this, but it really is just very atmospheric. And you'll see every time I kill something, I'm getting that little bit of territory standing, a little bit of experience, a little bit of gold. So the gold, if you don't spend it, the gold will build up. I've picked up 2 shields. Okay, I've picked up 2 shields. Neither of them as good as the one I've got, so get rid of them. Don't need them. And that gives me some salvage parts down here, so allows me to repair the bits of gear that I want to keep. I've also got 2 muskets now, 2, 2, 4, and they're both the same. 100, 100. So we'll get rid of one of them. So as you run around and do stuff, you pick stuff up, and it is important to try and manage your weight. So my weight was starting to get to the point where it's getting pretty, I'm getting pretty full up. I might have enough weight left just to do whatever this quest is. I think, I hope. But then I'm going to hit a limit. So I've got to do something here. Search for chests. Clear water bond. We'll have a look for them. Okay, so no chests here. Oh no, there is. Wait a minute. Let's see if this is one of the ones that we need to do for the quest. And it is. Excellent. Bunch of people up here. They're probably doing the same thing. Which means I might be able to finish this one really quickly. Which would be nice. So I think that's all the quests done. I'll chuck some points in here. While I'm at it, I'm going to spend some points on this. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that just now. I seem to have a quest that I've not completed. I think I have. So I think I'm going to fast travel. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to walk up to Windsward because no, I'm not, because I don't have enough money for the house. I'm going to recall to the inn, hand these in. I should hopefully, if I've done this right, I should hopefully get at least 1, possibly 2 territory standing levels. And what I'd like to do is see if I can do one of the territory standing levels and get faction before I hand the faction quests in, if that makes sense. What I'd also like to do is I'm maybe going to have a little beer. Perfect. Let's see if we get a territory standing one that's good. Okay, so house items, house ownership, station fee, or standing gain. I'm going to take a standing gain one. Don't think I need to worry about house items just yet. See what we've completed here. So we've completed that one. Nice. So look, see where we're at with this. That's not showing us this yet. So I should have another one to hand in here, I think. Ah, yeah, here it is. So look at what we got in the box. Let's go talk to your faction rep. And in some quests. Nice. And we've got territory standing. Let's see if we get faction standing. Oh. Storage I'm not going to worry about here because I'm not going to be here long enough to fill my storage. Now that I've said that, I'll probably end up spending the rest of this time actually here. So what I'm doing is just pick up those missions again and get ready to do them. Okay, I think that's probably enough from me for the next wee while. So I hope you enjoyed it. That's just, me running from point to point, doing a few bits and pieces, and then going and handing quests in. It is entirely possible with a good group of people to rattle through these quests really fast and end up being able to do what it's taken me kind of an hour to do in maybe half an hour. So I think I've made a couple of levels. at this point it should be achievable that you could do a couple of levels in an hour without thinking about it. And if you're in a big enough group and you're all well organised, you can go further north in the map and do much harder content and level up much faster. But anyway, that's a story for another day. So for tonight, thank you for anyone that's watched. You can catch my live streams on Twitch TV, Toning Unifex, and I will be posting them, or reposting them, should I say, on my YouTube channel, which again is Atoning Unifex. I now have a Twitter, Atoning Unifex 2, I think it is. So feel free to tweet me. You might not get a reply. I've not really been using Twitter, so it's a bit of a new beastie for me to get to grips with. I do have a Facebook, but it's my personal Facebook. I don't use it for any of this kind of stuff. And I don't have an Instagram, although everybody keeps telling me I really should. I don't remain convinced on that one, so one day perhaps. Okay, anyway, I hope you're enjoying New World. I hope you're all safe. I hope you're all keeping well, and have fun. And I'll see you next time. Cheers.